Welcome everybody to our first lesson in this new school year. Welcome to a new season. It's autumn. I hope you are enjoying the changes as we get into the new energies of this season. Today our class is called The Pharaoh and the Falcon of Ancient Kemet, and we are going to be learning a bit about the falcon, why it is important to our ancestors in ancient Kemet, and also a little bit about the Eye of Heru, and some people might call it the Eye of Horus, but Horus is just the Greek name for Heru. Heru is the Kemetic name. All right, we're going to go straight into the lesson. The Pharaoh and the Falcon. What we'll learn today. What is the Eye of Heru? What's special about the falcon in ancient Kemet? And how to make a paper bird. Materials you'll need for today: paper, scissors, pencil, markers, or crayons. Those are everything you'll be needing. All right, so the Eye of Heru. The Eye of Heru is a concept and symbol in ancient Kemet that represents well-being, healing, and protection. And all those things are positive attributes. And here we have some protective amulets originally created within the time of the ancient Kemetic Empire. Now, the Eye of Heru is normally seen in amulets because of how special the energy that it represents. It represents very special energy, protection, good health, healing. So it would always be in protective objects, some way or some part of it. Here's a little bit more about the eyes. So it can be the left eye, and it can also be the right eye. So the right eye represents the sun, and the left eye represents the moon. So if one eye represents the sun and one eye represents the moon, that is basically representing all seeing every single thing, keenest of sight. And we're going to get into that some more when we start talking about the falcon. So remember about the keenest of sight. But who is Heru? We keep saying the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Heru. But who is Heru? Who is this? Where did the eyes come from? Like what? So I wanted to give you a little bit on who Heru is and who his parents are. So Heru is one of the oldest Kemetic Netaru. Netaru is just another word for like a divine energy. Western Egyptologists will say god or goddess, but the right term is Netaru. And Netaru is also related to the word nature. All right, I'm not going to go too deep. All right, so Heru is one of the oldest Kemetic Netaru. Heru is the son of Asar and Aset. I put in brackets the Greek names as well because those are more well known, but I would like you to learn the Kemetic names. So it's Asar and Aset. Those are Heru's parents. Together, they make up the sacred three: the mother, the father, and the child. The falcon and the pharaoh. So let's see how the falcon is connected to Heru. In ancient art and writings, Heru is depicted as a man with a falcon head, as you can see in this picture. The falcon is the fastest animal on the planet, one of the fastest animals on the planet. And when that falcon is ready to dive out of the air to its prey, the speeds that it can get up to. Like, there's no other animal that can get up to those speeds. It has the keenness of sight. So it can be 2 miles up in the sky and it can see a tiny little mouse scurrying around on the ground. It has a really, really keen sight. And that, again, I ask you to remember about the keenness of sight. So remember, the eyes of Horus represent the sun and the moon. Keenness of sight. So that is what the falcon is now representing again with its keen sight. The falcon can dive 2 meters underwater to catch its prey. So imagine it's the ruler of the sky because it can fly really, really high. It can fly really fast, and it can also go in water. And when it comes out of the water, it's completely dry. It is not wet at all. Yes, it has some very special features. The falcon is a very special animal, and this is why the falcon is a very important animal to the people of ancient Kemet, our ancestors. So the king of Kemet is the mighty falcon for his people. So if you think of all of the great things that the falcon can do in the nature, in real life, and then put that to the king or the pharaoh of Kemet, he is that for his people. So you can see how special that the animal is and how it represents a very mighty king. So Heru and the pharaoh, they're connected. So the pharaoh is protected, and the pharaoh is also representing Heru, the falcon-headed Neteru. So what I wanted to do to connect this lesson for you today to our art activity is to make a paper bird. And we are going to do that together, step by step. I'm going to pin my video. So I have those supplies that I mentioned in the lesson. You have your paper. I'm using green. Hopefully you can see better what I'm doing with the green paper. My scissors, pencil, and markers are crayons. I have a few markers. All right, let us begin. First, you are going to make a square with this paper. This paper is not a square right now. It is a rectangle. So we are going to make a special fold. Yeah, trying to get the camera to focus. We're going to take this corner and bring it over here. The aim is to make this short side line up with this long side. So I'm going to take the corner here and bring it down here, and I'm trying to make sure that this is lined up with this. Yeah, and there will be a very pointy point right here, pointy point. See? And when you get that pointy point and this is lined up, you can crease your paper. First step. So you'll have a triangle here and you'll have a rectangle here. And what we're going to do is cut off this rectangle with our scissors. Okay, I don't need this for the bird, so I'll put that to one side. And now we have a square. Yep. So that was the aim. of the first step. Now we got our square and we have a crease in the center here, and this crease is going to help us to keep our bird symmetrical. Okay, don't need the scissors anymore. All right, if you put your paper in this diamond shape now, you are going to take this side of your diamond and line it up with the center crease. So take here and line it up with the center crease. We're trying to make a pointy point again. Pointy point. And make sure this is lined up with the center crease that you have. It should be fine. Crease. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This should be lined up with the center crease. And this one is easier because you can just put this to your first fold and then line it up that way. Yeah, make sure this is pointy up here. And now we can crease. So we had our diamond shape with the crease in the middle. Yeah. And then we folded these two in like that. So we have a long point on this side, a short point on the lower end. And what you're going to do now is flip it over. And we're going to take this point and put it down to this point. We're folding our paper. So point goes to point. Yep. And you can crease. If I'm going too fast, just pause the video and make sure you get that part, and then you can just press play to move on. Alright, so that's point to point. We had it like this. Then we put the point to the point. Alright, now we are going to flip it again. Alright, so the side you're seeing now, it looks like a Superman badge, according to, who said it again? Zaire. Yes, Zaire said it looked like a Superman badge. Now what you're going to do is, this one is a little bit tricky, but it's very easy once you get the hang of it. You're going to put your fingers under this flap first. Yeah. And basically what you're doing is making it point up. Okay. Put your fingers under here. And basically you're pulling this to point up. Like this. And we're trying to get a point up here and a point down here. And try to line it up with the center line. It should be pretty easy once you line up those points. The center line going to here. So pull it, get your finger under, pull it up, and make sure it's pointy and pointy. Now we can crease. That was the first one. Now you're going to do that same thing again. Put your fingers under here. And we're pulling it up so it can be pointy. Pointy. And crease. Don't worry if it don't look like precise. That's okay. Just do it as best you can. I've been making this paper bird since I was probably 8. So I have lots of practice. So if your bird doesn't look exactly like this, do not worry about it. Just keep going and do your best. All right, now you have another special diamond shape, right? And what you're going to do, opening up this part here, you're going to let this point up. You're basically opening this area. It's like a mouse. Opening the mouse and flattening it down. Oops. Flip it over. And then you're going to fold this up. Okay. Up like that. There's point to point. Okay. So we had it like this. And then we open in this mouth and crease it. Flip it over. And then put this point to this point. And crease. Alright, we're almost there. You have a triangle now with some more triangles inside. What you're going to do now is a bit more of the pulling that we did before. So we're going to pinch one of these. These are the wings. Pinch this. You pinch it up. Yeah. And pull it out a bit. You can decide how much you want the wing to come out. And crease. Yeah. We're going to do it again on the other side. We're going to pinch this, we're getting this out, and we want to try and make the wings match. Don't have to, but you can try. And crease when it's out as much as you would like it to be out. Okay. All right, next, now that we have the wings out, we're going to work on the beak. We are going to fold this down just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit. You're folding it down. This is going to be the beak. Yeah. And then once you have this fold, you are going to fold to the right. You can do it to the left as well, but I'm doing it to the right. So you're going to take this, and this side will be lined up with this side. This side line up with this side. Like that. Yeah, got it? Crease. And then you're going to do the same thing up here. This side line up with this. So this is gonna come like that, and they're gonna match up, and crease. That's first part of the beak complete. What we're going to do now, flip it and fold it. You can already see a crease in the paper here if you look really closely. Let's see. Yeah, there's a crease there. So you can follow that crease and fold it like that. For folding it in half, I use the wings, like put the wings together like that and press it down, crease it. Yeah, so we have this, now we have this, and then this. Okay. Now, and you can see my wings are not really completely lined up, and that's okay. We are going to extend these beaks, and that is the last step. After this, you can decorate your birds, your falcons, how you like. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to push our finger under here and push this out. Okay, push it out and make sure it's pointy. yeah, and crease. So it was like this. Put our finger under, push it out, and then crease. Next one, put your finger under the flap, push it out, and crease. And the bird is finished. You did it. All right, now I want to show you something special about the bird before we start to decorate. I would like you to hold your bird in your hands. I would like you to then hold the wings, each wing, and open the wings out like this. Now, when you open out the wings, tell me what happens with your bird, okay? What happens? The mouth opens. It's pretty cool. I like it. Even as an adult, I like this. This is so cool. Now, I would like you to decorate your bird in your own special way. I am not going to show you my whole decoration of my bird because I know that you have skills to decorate your bird how you would like. No, I'm just going to show you where I put the eyes of the bird, some of the feathers, and then I'm just going to leave it to go. So I put the eye right here, and I put the eye on both sides with a circle, and then I do a smaller circle inside, and make sure I leave like 2 dots, 2 white dots inside the eye, just for that shiny effect. There we go, the eyes of the bird. You can put the nostrils in if you like. And some feathers. Just a few ideas for the feathers. So the feathers can have lines in it. You put as much detail as you want, or how as little detail as you want. Use the colors that make you happy and sing and say, yes, my falcon looks amazing. And what else should I say? You can draw in, this is just an idea. You can draw in where the beak starts. Only if you like. Okay? Like that. You don't have to, but you can. It's just an idea. And I would just put some designs on it that reminds me of Kemet. And one of them is the Eye of Horus. So I'm going to put the eye on both sides of the bird. That's like the eyebrow. Then this is the eye. I'm looking at a picture while I draw. And this one. And that's one. So just some ideas for your mighty falcon. So add colors, add shapes, add symbols, add a message. You can even add your name or the name of Heru or his parents, Osset and Sar. Yeah, so that's the end of the lesson. And I hope you learned something cool today. All right, see you next time. We're going to start live classes again in November. So have fun with the bird. Send me pictures, please. I would like to see how your bird turned out and what kind of designs you added to your bird. See you next time. Bye.